Welcome to Toffee TV. We've done it again, haven't we? We're only going to sign another player. Just the mosh man, just throwing the money out there like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. He's just like Michael Keane has arrived from Burnley for around 25 million quid, something like that.
Change.
Just chump change.
Chump change.
Chump change. Yeah, excellent signing. Obviously, a player, Ronald Koeman identified early last season or halfway last season as basically, I think, the player he wanted to come into the Everton team, to the centre-back position, and offer some real longevity. And he looks a good player. He looks a really, really good player. Another one in that good age bracket, mid 20s, like the other players we've seen, like Klassen and Pickford, and someone who could be around for 10 years. Someone a little bit in the mould of Phil Jagielka, but also, not bad on the ball. Very.
St. Jack's was bad on the ball.
I'm just saying he's not bad on the ball. I'm just just saying that he's a.
Saying Michael Keane's good on the ball.
I'm saying saying he looks like a very good player, a really good all-round defender, and the player Ron Koeman wanted.
Yeah, like you say, identified him early last season. I think he was. His name was mentioned first with Everton in about October time, probably after he beat us or something like that. Steve Walsh was, been very close to him over the last 6 months, making sure that through the right channels, I'm sure that Everton liked him. Manchester United were obviously in the frame. He's a Manchester United fan. He's been at the club, but I think Everton always felt they'd get him, and certainly that was what we were hearing. That Everton were quite confident they were going to get him all the way along, and even when United, the press were running with the United thing. So it's a fantastic signing, really. I was really impressed with him when Burnley come to Goodison. I know, as I've said before, he made one error. He got a bit too tight to Romelu Lukaku, but that was really the only thing he done wrong. He nearly scored with the header in the first half, I remember. Looked good on the ball, strong in the air, decent turn of pace about him. The right age, like you said. We've got Pickford in there.
Yeah.
We've got Michael Keane in there. We've got Schneiderlin in there from January. And obviously if Romelu Lukaku stays, or if he goes, we need one. Then we've got a spine of the team. And for him to come, he's an England international now, been capped twice by England recently. So it's a really, really good sign for Everton, and a really positive bit of business. Yeah,
and you mentioned, being England international, it's a World Cup year. I think it's always really important. People feel like they need to be at the right club and playing. He's in his last years of his contract at Burnley. Burnley, it's quite. I think he made it quite obvious to Burnley that he wanted to move on. And for Burnley, it's a really good, I suppose. A really good way of looking at the investment that they've put into him and seeing what they're going to get back on it. They made a really good profit on him. They know that they're in the Premier League, but they know that they've got to do that. They've got to sort of go and look for players and maybe chain them out, and that's the model they'll be working on for the time being, because the Premier League money is there, but they haven't got a big commercial deal. They don't have a big ground. They can't bring players in. All those factors they've got to be looking, especially in the last year of his contract, a really good deal for them, and they'll be doing that. I'm sure there'll be no hard feelings, because they brought him in. They got him on loan from Man United. He played in the Premier League, then he's gone to the Championship with them and come back up with them and looked really impressive, and almost like a little bit like Pickford. He's bounced around on a few teams on loan as well. Got a good sort of good knowledge of football in the Championship, and when he's had that chance to come up into the Premier League, he's took it with both hands. And I think you mentioned Man United there. I think what's interesting about Man United is obviously he came from Man United, but he doesn't sort of. You look at Man United and I would think, and I'm not talking down about Everton, I'm not talking down about the player, but someone like Mourinho I don't think would be looking at a player like him to come into the first team right now. He might be a player that would suit them 100%, but for someone like Mourinho, who understands the concept of a club like that and understands what you need to do and how you have to step up, not only in the Premier League but step up in the Champions League, Keane could have been bought, but just being someone who sat on the bench and being the third choice centre back, whereas he knows that he comes to Everton, he's guaranteed he'll be the first centre back. I think it'll be up to whoever else is there to be looking for that extra spot. He'll be number one, and we go from there, and that'll be really important to him, because when the conversations about Man United be there, yes, they'll pull on his heartstrings a little bit, but at the same time, as a professional footballer, you separate yourself, and he'll already have had that heartache of leaving Man United once. Again, I don't want to be talking down of Everton, but he'll know that there could be a stage in his career where that door might open again. It mightn't, because be
open with us.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's almost a selling point for Everton, I think, at the moment, is that we're a jump. And then obviously there could be another jump to a Champions League team. You've got to be realistic about that. Hopefully we'll be that Champions League team. But for someone like him, and especially, as I say, in a World Cup year, he knows he'll play 35 times this season at least in the Premier League. If he's not injured or not suspended, he should play that amount of games. And if he does, and if he plays well, and we're in Europe and he's doing well in Europe, he knows he'll catch the eye of whoever the England manager is. No, but because at the end of the day, you look at the other England centre backs out there, and
he don't bounce out.
I'm struggling. Smalling, who's struggling, whose name's getting bandied about, and we've actually been linked with. John Stones, who ideally is the man to play for England, but he didn't have a great season. And you've seen how better Man City were when Vincent Kompany came back, and it would just be interesting to see whether they go and get another one, or they say, well, you know what, Kompany and Stones, that's going to be our starting two, and on paper for City that actually quite works. But if Stones takes one position, this kid could take the other, and you've got that nice little comp. And I know we're not really asked about England, but if that's a selling point to get the kid in the door, then we are asked a little bit.
I think it probably was a little bit of a selling point. I think the games are more important. I think he's gone from being, in the squad at Man United to maybe like being on the bench for a League Cup game, or I think he played once for them, was involved in a few squads, sat on the bench quite a bit. I think he had some time at Leicester, had some time at Blackburn, Derby, and then Burnley. And he's got used to playing every week at Burnley, and he's become an important player, and he got in the England team from it. You don't want to give that up to go just because it's Manchester United to go, I'll go and sit back on the bench. The games are for him. It's establishing himself, which he's done. He sees Everton, players coming in. You're a player like him. He's just been on holidays picture with Jesse Lingard on holidays somewhere, and then he was in Dubai.
Was he painting a picture?
He's right.
Was he painting a picture, Jesse,
of
how it's going to be?
You should know by now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So he'll be sat, Jesse, painting a picture. Yeah, he'll be sat there looking at what's going on, of course, at Everton, seeing players coming in through the door, seeing Davy Klassen coming in and Jordan Pickford, and be thinking, these are doing what people have been telling me what they want to do.
And what they'll have been telling him they were going to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. And it's burning. The fruit is being put in front of him, and he's going.
What a delicious fruit it
is. It's sexy FC.
It is. What was it? FC sexy.
Or FC sexy rather. Yeah. FC sexy. So he'll be looking and going, this club is, and Everton are now starting to piss people off, despite them saying it's not. We're not bothered. They are quite clearly bothered, because you've got Blades writing articles for the Daily Mirror about
Wall Blades as well.
Not
just Blades.
Writing articles about how they're not bothered about what we're doing. But anyway, work that one out. But people are starting to look at it and go, hang on a sec, these are making noises. And I'm seeing some other Arsenal fans and people like that going, these are going to be a good side next year. They're really going for it. So players who were sitting there who've maybe been thinking, right, okay, you want me, let me just have a little look. I'm not saying that was him, because obviously that dialogue's been going on, but he'll be thinking, can't wait to get back off my holiday and get this tied up, which is what happened.
And it's another one, isn't it? It's another one. It's like, you know, it's getting, like we've said on previous videos, it's getting another one in, and then that means you need to get one less in. Do you know? I know that sounds stupid, but you know, what it does.
Or one more in.
Yeah, but what it does is it means that they're coming in before pre-season.
He's in before pre-season.
Or around the start of pre-season because of international breaks and such forth. But what it does is it means that you don't have to be you don't have to start worrying as much. You go into the later stages, you go into the season with the window still open. You're fine-tuning, then you're going, yeah, he looks alright.
Yeah.
We'll get him. He'll be good in our squad.
We could do with someone there maybe, and then we're alright.
Yeah, but what you're not doing is going, shit, season started. I've got this team, and then you go in with the. I think it's dead important that you start the season with the team that you know is going to be pretty much there and thereabouts for the rest of the season, certainly the first part of the season, because you don't want to get into that situation, and we've had it before. I mean, Roberto Martinez's first season, when you're playing Fellaini for the first 3 games, and everyone knows Fellaini is just not going to be there, and he knows he's not going to be there, and it's going through the motions. I'm not saying he did anything stupid or he let us down, but for those first 3 games, you knew, or you sort of knew that, or you hoped you'd know that by the time the window shut, there'd be major changes, and the way Lukaku came in, and Fellaini went out, and this and that, and I think it's really important that you start the beginning of the season and you go, this is it. This is what we've got, all the major positions covered. There might be a little bit of tinkering, or we might need to go and get someone here or there.
But we've got the squad.
But we've got
no. But I think that's spot on, because we haven't really been in a position to do that, have we? We've had, we've had pre-season, like Martinez's first season, say he brought a couple like Delafeu who came in and people like that early on, but they were
shite.
Delafeu wasn't.
No, but the rest were.
Alcaraz was shite. Joel didn't play, so it was a bit of a one.
And Coney
was shite. And then we waited until, so you kick those first couple of games off, but us as fans know that there was no money there. We had to wait for the first TV payment, then we might just be able to get a striker in who'll do, and as it happened, we ended up selling Fellaini and we've done well.
Yeah.
But then the second season and the third season, and even Ronald Koeman's season last year, he came in and then he had to assess what he had, and we got Ashley Williams in, and Balassi came in, it was great, but we were still coming towards that window going, well, we're after Gabbiadini, and we're after Sissoko, and we're after Kone. Thank God we didn't get him from Sunderland. There's 3 that'll really help, and Brahimi was mentioned, and we were looking at him, and we were all hoping that we'd get to that deadline day and they'd come in, and then we'd be able to relax. And that deadline day came, and then Valencia came in, and that was it. And we were like, them first 3 games almost didn't matter.
Yeah.
We'd won a couple, and it didn't really matter. It was about, all right, I remember us going, right, our season starting now. Where I think this year, he's not just buying, play it, like, all right, Cuco Martina will come in and he will just be a squad. But Jordan Pickford will be our number 1. Michael Keane, straight in, centre back. Davy Klaassen will be there all day. I expect him to play, but he'll be there all day about. But I'm expecting another 3, 4, 5 maybe. Yeah. So already he's putting that team together, so that when it comes around to that first game and we're heading to a deadline day, like you just said, our team will probably be done. Really. There might be the odd one on deadline day, that opportunity that always presents itself, the couple of days before, the day before, where you go, we only need one, and we could do with another centre forward, or we could do with the left winger, or we could do with the left back, and that opportunity might arise on deadline day. But other than that, your business is done, and we need to get to that deadline day where we're not arsed, where we go, it'd be nice if we brought another one in, but it doesn't matter, because we've done some fantastic business, and there's our team, and do you know what I mean? And that is the way everything should be done. It's the way we always go on about it. We want everyone in, and I think this time, this is really Moshiri's first real transfer window, with the model he wanted in place, with your director of football, and you've got Koeman, and that's what we're seeing, the fruits of that bear. And again, love bearing fruit here, don't I? The second time I've mentioned it.
I don't know, you're hungry or something.
I'm starving, yeah. To be honest, I had a banana in the car before, and that's fruit. But it's almost as if the model is bearing fruit for the third time.
Yeah.
Would you see the need for another one?
Yeah, I think we need. Oh my God, do we need another?
Okay, but we've got Ashley Williams,
yeah,
and I think Ashley Williams could play with him because I think he's listening. He's got more pace than Jags now. And we've got Brendan Galloway. We've got Mason Holgate.
Yeah.
We've got some fella that loves barbecuing.
He hasn't done any barbecue. It's summer.
Now he should be doing it.
Now is the season. Although in Argentina it's now winter.
So he should be doing to keep warm.
True, he does it here to keep warm.
Exactly. Strange.
No, but I suppose it negates, doesn't it? Having to go and get that other one if you've got your first choice in. If you've got your first choice in, you're not worrying as much. Then you've got yours in. So
Manolis, would you have him? Apparently he's swerved Zenit because he wants to be paid
euros, doesn't he? Not rubies.
Either being one, he's a good defender as well.
I'd like to think. Sorry, I'd just like to think that we won't be scratching round for players. We're not going to go. We're not going to be like going, wow, that's felt. I mean, there will be opportunities where something falls through and they go, well, I liked him, but I'd like to think that that list is like, well, we want a Keane, tick. Who's the next defender on the list? That will not the next defender, but the next pressing. You know, he probably wants the right hand side covered because Galloway is left footed, because Ashley Williams is left sided, because Funes Mori is left sided. So he does need a right sided midfielder. And if anyone's been watching Holgate, centre back, and anyone's been watching Holgate, and he's been abysmal. He's got that blinding one, I think. He just doesn't. But anyway, you know, but the most pressing one was getting a right sided centre back, so that's done now. Yeah, and I would like another one, and I'd like a left back, and I'd like this, and I'd like down another centre forward. But they all take time, and they all hopefully dovetail each other, like we have seen it, you know. And they're not all going to come at once because negotiations don't work like that, and and some might be reliant on one thing happening, and they might be reliant on when someone comes up back from holiday. You know, you might have an agreement in place with them, and it's just like, well, there's no rush. Just when you get back, we'll do it. That, you know what I mean? And that's what happens.
And that's what's happened with Keane. Was that agreement was in place. When he gets back, we kick it on. Everything else is sorted, kind of thing. Wait till we get back, and we do. You know, we done a video the other day about missing pieces of what we needed. Do you know what I mean? And there's one of them straight away, isn't it? So you've got to look at it like that. They will be going through and going, we want him. And it might be that two deals come to the fore, like Klassen and Pickford, within, you know, straight away almost, you know, at the same time, and others might be spread out over weeks. But it's good to see us addressing big areas and doing it with players who, like you've said before, you know, the kid could be here for 10 years, 8 years, you know, we've addressed it. It's like moving on to the next thing now, and that's what I think, that's what's really important. This is a fantastic sign.
Yeah. It is absolutely fantastic sign, and let you know your thoughts in the comments on the player. Only one sort of full season in the Premier League. Does that worry you? A little bit like Jordan Pickford, or you're not bothered because obviously he's been well scouted, well looked at, highly rated, and you know, looks an exciting prospect. Let us know in the comments about Michael Keane, and also about, you know, who else do you want to see coming? Where else do you think we need strengthening? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. Don't forget as well, and I'm going to stress this again. We stressed it on a video the other day. Stress it. If you want more of this wonderful content, get over to Patreon. Get over. There's links all over the gaff. It's patreon.com/Toffee TV EFC. £3 a month. £3 a month.
Not even a pint.
£3 a month, exactly. You couldn't even get.
Can you get a pint of Chang for that?
No,
you can't. No one wants it anyway, but you can get.
You probably couldn't get a decent butty out of a supermarket for £3, and that's all it is. And at the moment, there's exclusive Everton news dailies. There's the Footy Show. There's
any other business,
which is amazing. Something else that's coming to the Patreon channel. Baz doesn't even know about this. Baz doesn't even know. But me and a young man in America are bringing back a certain podcast, right?
I'm not on this, I'll be shit.
Don't be saying that.
Sorry, it'll be good.
Which had a bit of a cult following, but you'll only be able to get it on
the
Patreon channel. That's the thing. You'll only be able to get it on the Patreon channel. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that.
I'm not worried.
Exactly. You can just stay in bed. You'd be me recording it at silly o'clock.
I'm not worried. You're awake anyway.
Exactly.
Don't go to bed.
So there's another exclusive show that is getting added. That is getting added to the Patreon. Don't forget, we'll be ramping up the old retro rewatches soon as well. We'll be ramping them back up.
Got to.
Getting them back going, watching some classics, getting some season reviews. There's loads on there. It's like a little community as well. All comments are in there as well. Everyone's having a little chat. We're having a laugh. We're gonna get the little hangouts going soon as well. So everyone gets involved on there as well. Just £3. Listen, try it out. Try it out. If you don't like it, if you don't think it's value, you can get rid of it after a month if you don't really want it. Do you know what I mean?
But you do.
And what it does is it helps us do more, and it also helps us, and it will help us next season. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If loads of you lovely people get involved, it'll help us get videos out quicker, the final words quicker on a Monday. More shows, live shows, more quality, not rushed because we've got to get the edit to make sure it's out. We'll be able to do it better because we'll have the facilities. Two cameras. I have two cameras. A guest cam.
Guest cam's the way forward. Guest cam's the way forward.
You know what I mean? Get on it.
I'm getting excited.
Get on the Patreon. Loads have already.
Michael Keane's on it.
We love our Patreon people. Love them. Absolutely love them.
Me do.
So get involved. You know, do it for a month. What else is going on at footy in the moment? Nothing. We are keeping the people over there entertained with our knowledge and antics and Baz's hatred and loathing of dinosaurs.
Don't hate or loathe them.
No, you don't, because you don't believe in them.
I do believe it.
You have to believe in something.
Our Patreon guests saw the amazing catch by me the other day. I seen the comments, flicked it up.
We have
Jaffa cakes.
Big, Stephen Hawking kind of conversations about Jaffa cakes, and
not just Jaffa cakes,
and whether they're dunkable. And someone even put a picture up on Instagram,
fuming.
You know what I mean?
Literally fuming,
saying it's spreading.
They're blocked.
The conversation is spreading.
Blocked.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The conversation is spreading. Also, Patreon. If you're on Patreon, you can come in whenever. You can just get in touch and go, "Can I come in and be on the show?" Yeah, you're in. Come in.
Next month is guest month. The guests start again next month, don't they? As we start moving through the games and stuff. So it's exciting.
There you go. That's been our little selling point. We don't need to sell anymore.
Don't.
Get on it. Get on it. Get more shows. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.